Welcome to This Explainer. You know, when we talk about the 2026 FIFA World Cup, we're not just talking about your typical sporting event. We are looking at a monumental, almost mind-boggling logistical and security undertaking. Today, we're going to unpack the sophisticated, multi-layered technological ecosystem that's being designed to protect elite athletes, officials, staff, and literally millions of spectators.
To really grasp the massive scale of the challenge here, just think about the number 6 million. That is the staggering amount of fans expected over just 39 days of competition. When you have that many people moving through venues, fan zones, transit hubs, and team base camps, traditional security models simply don't cut it anymore. The sheer volume of people demands systems that can process enormous amounts of data instantly.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break down this massive layered defense strategy. We'll start with the biggest tournament in history, then move on to securing the outer perimeter, AI in the stands, precision on-pitch technologies, the digital security shield, and wrap up with the future of mega events. Let's get right into it.
Part 1. The biggest tournament in history.
The volume of coordination required for this it's absolutely unprecedented. We're talking 104 matches featuring 48 national teams playing across 16 different stadiums spread all throughout the United States, Canada, and Mexico. In the US alone, there are 11 host cities. This whole layout requires synchronized operations from more than 400 law enforcement agencies and private partners. It's a massive effort backed by over $1 billion federal investment in the US just to upgrade emergency response, counter-drone tech, and cybersecurity.
All right, moving on to part 2, securing the outer perimeter.
So, the threats today, they aren't just happening on the ground anymore. Actually, unmanned aerial vehicles, drones, represent one of the most significant new threat vectors for large public events. To combat this, authorities are establishing comprehensive no-drone zones around all the stadiums and fan zones. But it goes way beyond just setting rules. They have advanced detection networks continuously scanning the airspace. If an unauthorized drone pops up, authorities have a whole menu of mitigation options, from jamming its communications and taking control, all the way to kinetic interception to physically neutralize the threat.
And back down on the ground, the perimeter is getting some seriously advanced backup. Picture this, 4-legged robotic dogs, fully equipped with high-def cameras, patrolling the stadium exteriors and broadcast compounds. These robotic ground assets can easily navigate complex terrain and stream live video straight back to human operators. It provides absolutely crucial intelligence without ever having to risk human personnel in potentially hazardous areas. This tech also helps build a totally frictionless last-mile security model to stop those awful bottlenecks at the gates. Here's how it works. First, every ticket holder gets a verified digital fan ID. Then, at participating venues, a quick biometric facial scan links the fan's face directly to their digital profile. This creates a seamless entry process where fans don't even have to fumble around for a physical ticket. It massively speeds up the lines, which drastically reduces dangerous crowd pressure at the gates, all while making sure security teams know exactly who is in the venue.
Let's head inside for part 3, AI in the stands. The contrast here is literally night and day. The old way of doing stadium security mostly relied on humans watching passive camera feeds, basically hoping to spot a needle in a haystack. But the new way for 2026, it uses artificial intelligence to actively process live video. It can instantly flag weapons, perimeter breaches, or even just people moving against the flow of traffic. It also monitors crowd density in real time to detect sudden surges, generating alerts in seconds instead of minutes. This means security can step in and stop small issues before they snowball into major emergencies.
But, it's not just about physical security threats. We have to think about environmental ones, too. Summer heat in a lot of these host cities can get absolutely brutal, so the tech infrastructure continuously monitors extreme heat and crowd density. With this real-time data, command centers can proactively deploy hydration stations, flip on misting systems and cooling tents, and even adjust the pace of entry at the gates during peak heat periods. It's all about keeping everyone safe and comfortable. Down to the field for part 4, precision on-pitch technologies. Now this is definitely not your average football. It actually fills in the gaps between video frames. The official match ball has this incredible embedded sensor system that weighs just 13 grams. By using ultra-wideband technology, it records the ball's exact location and any human touches an unbelievable 500 times per second. This gives referees hard, objective evidence for plays that happen way too fast for the naked eye. And when you pair that smart ball with personalized digital twins, it's a total game changer.
Before the tournament even starts, all 1,200 athletes step into a scanning environment that captures thousands of physical measurements in just 6 seconds to create a highly accurate 3D avatar. By replacing generic player models with these hyper-precise digital twins and tracking them with 16 high-resolution optical cameras around the stadium, referees can now make millimeter-level offside calls. This kind of accuracy minimizes blown calls, cuts down on dangerous on-field confrontations, and honestly just creates a much fairer game.
Zooming out a bit for Part 5, the Digital Security Shield. As you'd expect, a high-value target like this faces some pretty severe cyber threats from state-linked actors and hackers. But AI is operating at machine speed to defend the event. The threat of fake tickets is countered by encrypted apps where digital tickets live securely. Phishing and scams aimed at fans are met with AI-driven, automated domain takedowns. And the elite athletes, who sadly face a lot of online harassment and doxing, are shielded by automated moderation tools and secure communication channels. That way, they can just focus on their performance. Now, you might be wondering about privacy. That's absolutely crucial. When fans use facial recognition for entry, their raw images aren't just stored indefinitely. Instead, these biometric templates are converted into secure mathematical tokens. The data is strictly governed, encrypted, and fully deleted after defined periods. It's a very careful framework designed to balance absolute frictionless security with absolute privacy and public trust.
And finally, Part 6, the future of mega events.
So, how do all these completely different systems, the drones, the biometric gates, the smart balls, the cyber defenses, actually talk to each other? The secret sauce here is intelligent command centers, which act as the central nervous system for the entire tournament. Instead of having data stuck in isolated silos, large operational dashboards bring everything together. Cyber threat intelligence, live surveillance video, crowd density sensors, and pitch tracking data are all merged into one unified view. Operators can literally drill down from a multi-country tournament-wide view right down to a single camera feed in a matter of seconds. It enables a level of cross-agency collaboration that was completely impossible before.
But let's be super clear about what all this technology is actually doing. This tech is not meant to replace the human element of sports or security. It is a powerful multiplier. It extends human capabilities, it compresses response times, and ultimately, it protects the people involved so that the pure joy, excitement, and celebration of the beautiful game are perfectly preserved.
As we look past the 2026 World Cup, this whole multi-layered defense, the drone tech, the AI crowd management, the digital twins, it's more than just a sports innovation. It's a blueprint. Very soon, we're going to see these exact same operational models migrate from stadium gates out to protecting critical infrastructure, transit hubs, and public spaces all over the world.
Which leaves us with a really provocative question. How exactly will this integrated fabric of protection redefine security for all future global gatherings? Are we looking at the new blueprint for public life everywhere? The 2026 World Cup is shaping up to be an absolute masterclass in the responsible application of technology. If you found this tech ecosystem as fascinating as I do, and want to dive deeper into how these smart projects and cyber defenses actually work in practice, there is a whole lot more to explore. For more, visit our website, Fair Solution. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, stay curious.